Hey, it's Saturday, hey, successful Saturdays. It's your girl G.I. Jada on the beat, hey, successful Saturdays. Yeah, we going in. We about to have a special guest. Don't you forget, hey, to tune in. I was trying to freestyle. G.I. Jada on the beat. Now y'all know I used to rap for real. Welcome to Successful Saturdays. How's everyone's day going? Stuff I gotta do real quick. Bam, you see the pinned comment right there. We're about to get into it with my girl Kris, but before then, let me go ahead and shout out my last week's guest, y'all. My day is going well, as it should be, Bianca, because you are that B. You the head B in charge on the way to the thrift. Can you get me something? Anything? That's all I want for Christmas. I love when you go thrifting. So shout out to my last week's guest, okay? Zenful Eats Catering. That was my first live, like in-person interview. And unfortunately, due to COVID, I probably won't be doing another one anytime soon. But 2021, once it kind of calms down, that was definitely a vibe, right? I got a lot of good feedback on that. And that is a great company. So please go if you have not watched it. After you watch this, it will be on my IGTV as well. I'll find you something. I got you. That's my best friend, y'all. So quick little story, random, like off topic. As you all know, my son's first birthday is coming up in 7 days. We took him to go get his first haircut today. Y'all, they was cutting onions up in that barbershop. Because I don't know why tears was coming out of my eyes. But I'm super excited about today's special guest, all right? We're going to really get into it with some good business tips for y'all. This will be a small business development segment. I think it will be really, really, really helpful to a lot of people. And because Kris is the okay? I'm going to go ahead and send this out to my followers, and we're gonna get started here in a few minutes. I don't see how people do music in their lives. It really throws me off. Okay, just sending this out really quickly. I can't stop clicking until I feel like I've sent it to enough people. Are y'all ready? Y'all might want to get y'all's notebooks out. Hey!
Hey.
I told them they might want to get their notebooks out, a journal, something.
Get your notebook out.
Something to take some notes. How's your day going?
My day is going really well.
What have you done? I know you're doing some home improvement.
I have not been over to the new house today. Don't tell anybody.
Oh, okay. She needs a break. She deserves a break.
I was up 9:30 a.m. and I did get a class filmed. So I filmed the look that everybody's going crazy on my last TikTok that I posted. I actually filmed that look on someone else, and I'm gonna explain, and it'll be the first makeup course that is gonna go up on my new teaching platform. So I'm really excited about it. It's how to get a day to night look. So how to do your makeup, you know, nice and neutral for the daytime, and then transition into a nighttime look, and it will be the look that I just did on my TikTok. So that is this. I have you right now, and then I have to go back and film tonight.
Okay.
So it's a content creation lock-in weekend for me. So I am, oh my God.
So usually I let, my special guests introduce themselves, but I'm going to go ahead and let my people know this is the CEO right here. of Beatbox Beauty, which was her first interview with me. We did the interview for Beatbox Beauty. That was that. What month was that, girl? It had to have been like
That was
June?
early. That was early on
July.
in the game because I think I only had one palette. I think I
Yeah,
only had
it
the
was your
palette.
first palette dropping.
Yeah.
You were one of the first interviews. And we've been rocking ever since.
We've been
then.
rocking.
Like, I've been following your journey, and y'all can definitely go to my IGTV and get caught up. But you want to just touch on that a little bit?
Yeah, absolutely. So I used to work at Sephora for a little bit. So I was at Sephora for a while, and while I was there, I just got so frustrated with the lack of resources of, you know, brown girls being able to get affordability as well as multi-use products in the same place. That was something that I really, really was passionate about. As you know, I am a busy bee. I am doing a million things at one time at all times. So I have to make sure the makeup products that I buy are going to be that of multifunction. You know, I noticed when I was there, you know, people would really struggle like, do I want to get this brow powder or do I want to get this contour stick? Do I want to get this highlight or do I want to get this blush? And I really didn't think that you should have to choose. So I stepped out on God's arms and limb and created what's known today. I don't have the actual palette in front of me, but what's known today as the Mixtapes Volume 1 palette.
Yes.
It's a super warm tone palette, and it's something that any skin tone can do their entire face with. They said they love your hair.
Thank you.
But yeah, so
throw this baby on today.
Yes, I wanted to create something that I was like, okay, if you had like $40, including taxes to get in and out, and you needed something that can do as much as possible. So I really created that. So there's a lot of great transition shades in there. Mm-hmm. There's a black and a white in there. And not many palettes have both a strong black and a strong white. And I really took time to create that from scratch. So it's my baby. From there, I then expanded because actually through quarantine, God lit a fire up under my butt. He actually furloughed my sticker vendor. So I had no way to get my product branded through quarantine, and I started panicking because I was just like, oh my God, like that's gonna be that, like this is it. And that, you know, when God closes one door, he definitely opens up another one for you. So instead of me just singly focusing on the palette, I was actually able to expand to lip products. But you know, nothing worthwhile is going to be easy. There's going to definitely be tests to go through. So my products actually got caught at the border. I want to stay in quarantine for like a month and a half. So I didn't have any money. My day job that was funding 99.999% of the business actually furloughed me. So I had no money. This light is getting funky. Hold on one second.
It just came.
Right. God is like, hold on, you trying to be cute? Let me give you some light. Let me open this up. So so I was actually furloughed. I didn't have any money in. And then the crazy thing is I was actually dealing with an eviction during quarantine. A lot of people don't know this, but I got illegally evicted out of a place that I was staying through quarantine. And that right there, so like my items got stuck in quarantine. I got evicted. My bank account. So at the time, like, literally, I went to bed that night and was like, I probably should separate like my business finances from my personal finance. I was like, okay, great, I'll do it in the morning. And this is why I always preach, like, procrastination is literally the audacity of you thinking God owes you a second chance. Because the next morning when I woke up, my account was overdrafted because my utility bill had came through. So all that money that I had made from the round of pre-sales that I did with the first palette was gone, was wiped out. I had no money. My account was overdrafted. I was just like, oh my God, like, how am I going to pay? Like, my bills were at the time were almost $1,000 a month, like a little over $1,000 a month. And it just was not great. I really didn't know, like, the unemployment thing website kept crashing. Like, I could not get through for the Florida unemployment.
This was just going through it, y'all.
This was going through it. It was really a struggle.
Tell them what you did.
But so what I did is I got really creative. So I started to partner with other people. Hi, everyone. I started to partner with other influencers to kind of help me get my name out there. So right at the same time that my sticker vendor shut down, after all that craziness, God was like, all right, enough. like y'all messing with my child a little too much now. And my manufacturer actually switched to a lower minimum order quantity. So not only did my sticker vendor shut down, but my manufacturer raised the MOQ, like, okay, you can no longer order 30 pallets at a time. You have to order 100 pallets.
More,
For
right.
for me, that's a $5,000 investment, not including not even profit. So that's $5,000. I'm like, I have no money. My account is overdrafted. Like, what am I gonna do? So like, I was just really like, you know what? I'm not gonna worry about it. I know this is hard right now. I really leaned into God. So I really started asking people like, hey, can you pray for me? Like, I really didn't ask for money or anything because I just didn't know when I would be able to give it back. So I really was calling on God, like, hey, God, like, please pull me out of this situation. My marriage was in a lot of turmoil. Like, if anybody knows anything, I was going through it during quarantine. It was not good for me. It definitely took me to a place of uncomfortableness. So I ended up started getting creative. So I started to, you know, reach out to other influencers that maybe have a bigger following than me and literally just be transparent. Like, hey, I'm really not looking for a handout. I do have a couple more pallets on hand. Can you, you know, promote or something? And a couple of people were like, girl, we've been rocking with you since day one. Of course, you know, so I leaned into those people, and a couple of people posted, and literally the next day I had like 8 paid for orders in my invoice. And that was the momentum I needed to continue forward. So I sold through the pre-orders. I was able to get the pallets here, and then everything just started flowing like water. Like, my stuff came out of quarantine. Like, God bless me, I came out of furlough with my job. They called me back to work. Like, I'm about to cry thinking about it because it was just like literally
Someone
God.
said they've been waiting to hear this story. Hey, bro.
Yes, it's a good one. It's a really good one. So yeah, so that's kind of how it started. So it started out of a place of really wanting to help people. Like, that's my biggest business tip. Like, when you're getting ready to go into business, you have to make sure that your business is going to change lives. If your business is not going to change somebody's life in a major way, like if you don't have that philanthropic aspect to your business, it's going to be a lot harder to get people to buy into you, because people these days are not buying a product.
Where's Boxx Beauty today?
So Boxx Beauty is actually deemed profitable by a CPA. So I don't know if you guys know, but you know, when you first start a business, it's kind of hard because you're under your blessing cloud and send blessings to God, and He'll shower them on you, period. Yeah, so Boxx Beauty today has expanded from that one product to over 17 different line items. I do have a few items that I haven't launched yet. So we have, I would say we have 17 fully formed launched items, and then I have about 3 or 4 items that are gonna make their way in during the new year. So I actually do have staff, and I was actually able to quit my 9 to 5. So Boxx Beauty is actually making 5 figures during the pandemic. So it was deemed profitable, and we're making 5 figures. So I know, like, everyone's like, millionaire, 6 figures, but you got to walk before you crawl. So I'm at 5 figures. I'm actually having the end of the year sale. So quick little shameless plug. If you guys go to bboxxbeauty.shop, everything is marked down, and there is a free shipping available with anybody's code. So
yes.
Yes.
So Boxx Beauty is pretty much running on its own. You have time.
Yes.
You quit your 9 to 5. You said Boxx Beauty is paying the bills, and now you have time, and you want to help other people do the same thing, develop their businesses.
Yes. So I realized that it was much bigger, and just a segue on what you're saying, like, I realized that it was a lot bigger than just the makeup. It had to be me giving something. It's like, okay, you know, you can give makeup, you can give quality stuff, you can give all these classes, but like, Crystal, like, how are you touching other people? And I really had to have this talk and sit down with myself and God and just be like, you know, yes, you're walking into your, thanks, Niche. Yes, you're walking into your purpose, you know, with your creativity and your ability to teach and to touch the masses. But how can you dig a little deeper? How can you give a little bit more? So I actually joined a business class. Shout out to my business mentor, Trishana.
Shout out Trishana.
Trishana's fire. If you guys don't know who that is, it's like Trish, TRISHONNA. She's fire.
I'm
like,
gonna plug her into the description when I repost, for sure.
Yes, absolutely. So she really lit a fire. I kept seeing this girl pop up. I don't even know how. I don't know. It was just God, because literally I wasn't following her, but I would always get her live stream notifications. I'd be like, who is this pretty girl? Like, why does she keep popping up on my, I was like, okay, let me actually listen to what she had to say. And one night she was actually doing a free business plan audit. It was like 12 o'clock at night. Like, I don't know how in the grace of God I caught this, because
that was for the hustlers.
I actually entered a boot camp. So through quarantine, I was able to master up. I literally spent my last $70. Like, I don't recommend spending your last, but when God tells you to move on something, you have to move. So I spent my last $70 to my name, literally, on a business boot camp. The boot camp was supposed to last 30 days. God actually stretched that out to 90 days. So where I was supposed to be, you know, only paying for 30 days, I was actually able to get 90 days.
That is God.
That is God, like, literally. And through that boot camp, I was able to master my marketing techniques, as well as fine tune or get started on like my plans and my goals. So I was able to differentiate the difference between what I wanted my company mission to be and my company vision. So I was really set up for success with that boot camp. And then I transitioned into Trishonda's class. And now I'm learning more of the back end in business with, you know, the first boot camp, it was somebody that has like marketing techniques and social media influencing. So I was able to strengthen my platform there. But what you really need is somebody that knows the numbers, somebody that knows the projection, somebody that's going to say, okay, this is great. All your hopes and dreams and wishes is great. Right. How are you going to fund it?
Right. How are you need someone to help you cut costs too.
Exactly. How can you cut costs? How can you do these things? How are you auditing your business? And like, I was just like, well, like, I know how much I want to make, but she's like, no, but like how, and like an exact number. So we've gone through, created actual projections. You know, I've been able to tap into some resources that she's provided for me. And I was just like, wow, all this. And like somebody actually bought her first course for me. So I was on her live stream. She did her business plan. From that, I was able to create my own business outline that I actually sell now.
Yeah, and if you see that pinned comment, y'all, code success for 50% off any of her classes. I personally took the Mind Your Business season 1. I paid for that because
and you're in my subscription group.
Yes, and she has a subscription group that I joined as well, because when I tell you I've been watching, like, I know where she was, how far she's come, and I want to do the same.
It's God. It's God.
So
I definitely watch that, and I'm now in a place where I'm like, okay, I'm doing great. I'm able to walk away just by freeing up that time. God is able to open up so many doors for me. So I'm just really like, how can I do this for other people? So that's what really pushed me to go into small business development. I always, before I even thought about doing any classes or anything like that, Jada will tell you guys, like, I give out so much free game. It's sad. Like, I really have to stop, like, you know, giving out too much free game, because, like, thank you. You have to really learn the balance and be able to, like, pay the bills realistically. So I created a way that people can get that experience from me at little to no cost, because if you, like you said, Jada, you've made that investment, you've made that jump, and I'm pretty sure you've gotten well over.
I've gotten a lot for my buck. Let's just say that you've helped.
We stretch that dollar.
Yeah, we stretching this dollar over here. You telling me you don't need to pay for that. This is what you need to do. Like, so much. Like, you don't even know how much you don't know.
Exactly.
You know? And you like, yes. That's all I can say. Yes. I'm gonna let you keep going. Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. So, do you have any more questions? I know we have a format.
Yes. So, you already kind of touched on, you know, why you chose to do this. Aside from like Boxx Beauty, now with just like your business auditing and things, what would you say are some obstacles that you maybe faced, if you've had it while doing this?
Absolutely. So I think the biggest obstacle that we all face is ourselves, like being in our own head, coming up with excuses. It's so easy to just be like, I'll do it tomorrow. It's so easy to just be like, you know what? Like, I'm cool where I'm at. Like, my little 9 to 5 is paying the bills. I really don't have time. Like, if I had more time, I would pour it into this and this. And like, there's a quote that I'm probably going to create on merch or like on a business guide or something that says, I saw it and I tweaked it a little bit. So I'm like, procrastination, I said it earlier, procrastination is the audacity to think that God owes you a second chance.
And they saw in my story, I reposted that so quick.
You really hate.
I
You
felt like
really
he was talking to me. I'm like, let me stop playing with God.
Girl, that when I seen that quote snatched me like this. I was like, oh my God, because think about it, you know, it's little tiny things. It's little tiny things that will add up to you getting in your own way. Like you have to, you know, push yourself and make yourself uncomfortable. So like some of the obstacles that I faced, you know, aside from like money, obviously the lack of funding, was just holding myself accountable and seeing a task through. She felt attacked. You listen, all of us. So like, the thing is that when you put something off, like God is sending, like when you ask for something, when you say like, okay, God, like I really need, like something's gotta shake. Like when you start to have those talks with him and you start to strengthen your walk in Christ, you're like, okay, God, like I'm trusting you, but like what, like help me here. God's gonna send you help immediately. That help may be in the form of a little tiny task, because that task can trigger a timeline that leads to something else. So it's like when you put that off, God is just like, I guess she didn't want it. I will just put it over here. Then I have the opportunity. Super simple, like something super simple for me is just like making sure I create an outline to go with my task, like little tiny stuff, like making sure I automate my makeup services, like little tiny stuff will help you because it'll move you faster along the way. For example, one of the hugest problems I struggled with was gaining new clientele and furthering my reach as an influencer. So I was really struggling with that. And Trishona actually made me realize, like, I don't have a clientele problem. I have a discipline and a time problem. So it's just like, you know, let's say you want to, you know, do hair. I'm just going to throw hair out there because I can't do it. But if you want to do hair, and you're at work for 16 hours a day or doing other things in your life, how can you market yourself? Your customer that God is supposed to bring you is not even going to see it. They're not even going to realize it. So like you have to promote yourself every day. You have to be diligent and do the work like every single day, every moment in the day, every decision that you make. Before you make the decision, you need to ask yourself, is this going to hurt me or is this going to put me farther ahead? Like, you know, when you start death scrolling on TikTok, on Instagram, on YouTube, on Twitter, it's not going to help you. Like, you have to make sure you're death scroll, and death scrolling is just like when you get sucked into the black hole and now you're just like watching stuff. You're like, you have to make sure that stuff is yeah, you have to make sure it's purposeful. So like if you have to delete Netflix on your phone because you know you're weak, delete it. Delete the app, sis. It's not gonna help you.
Stop paying for Netflix. Stop paying for Netflix.
Yeah, stop paying for Netflix. Delete the Netflix, delete the Hulu. There are full free episodes of stuff on YouTube that you can watch for free. Like literally, if you're but I had to make sure that I was following up with like the things that God was placing on my life. So I had to make sure like, hey, can you turn that down? Thank you. I had to make sure that the stuff that I was doing on little tiny steps, like don't try to change your whole life in one day. It's not realistic. Don't wake up and be like, I'm ready to burn some calories. Like, no, I'm going to stop eating fast food. I'm going to quit drinking, smoking, cold turkey. Absolutely not. So like, if you know you're still falling victim to those things and you know you have a time management problem, just tweak it a little bit. Okay.
Yeah, without giving away too much free game, like what are some tips you would say?
Yeah, some tips definitely is if you're going to scroll, if you have the itch to scroll social media, find a hashtag in your niche and scroll that hashtag. So at least you're engaging with the type of audience you want to look at. Absolutely. Another thing that I do is write down every single thing that you buy. Don't keep cash on hand and write it down. You're more likely to spend the cash in your hand because it's like, $20, like it doesn't really mean much, but when you see that bank account number like dropping, you're like, oh shit, like let me stop swiping so much. So and then the last one, you have to pray. You have to pray. There's gonna be so many points in the journey where you just don't know. I don't have it all figured out for Boxx Beauty. We don't have it all figured out yet for Successful Saturdays. Like no one, even Amazon changes their logo all the time. They're constantly updating their app. They're constantly updating their features. So like sometimes you just have to pray through the process. And I know, you know, a lot of people are saying that and it definitely sounds cliche and I'm not sure what you guys believe in, but just, you know, to whoever you pray to, you have to be still in order to receive the next step. So I was listening to a sermon about peace, and peace plays a huge part of it. You want to make sure that you're creating that inner peace with yourself, within yourself, so that you can move with a purpose.
Right.
I think a lot of us are on autopilot. We're on that hamster wheel. We get up, we go to work, we go home, we get up, we go to work, we go home. Can you repeat the first one, babe? Just the one time. You want to make sure that if you're on Instagram or if you're on social media, you're engaging with the content that you're trying to attract. Right. So get off the meme funny pages. Those will be there after you have your $1 million. Like, if you know every single word to Megan Thee Stallion's last song, great. But did that bring you any money?
Yeah. So you want to search those hashtags, find those things in your, like, if you do hair, interact with other hairstylists, you know.
Yeah, if you do hair, to get real specific,
their client,
to give you like one free game, because I hate when people like, I'm gonna give you free game, and it's like, girl, that you didn't tell me nothing. So like something super specific. Okay, let's say I'm, for example, am in the makeup beauty industry. You know, let's use you, Jada, because I know you can use this. Let's say Jada wants to be like a lifestyle blogger. She wants to do some things. So it would be really great for her to look at like life coaching hashtag. So like hashtag life coach. Now what you're going to do is you're going to follow that hashtag. So now you'll get a feed of what people are doing on that hashtag currently. What you want to do is you want to take out that post, right? Because you're going to see other life coaches, right? Your goal is not to market to the other life coaches. But what you want to do is you want to go to that life coach post. You want to go to the likes. Click on the likes.
Yes.
Literally click on the lights, and those are the people that are engaging.
Okay.
You want to build some genuine connection with those people. Another thing that I like to do, write that down. Another thing that I like to do is on that same post, you want to see who's commenting, and you want to find people that are commenting 4 words or better. So find the people that are doing 4 words or better and respond to their comment with something genuine. So let's say like Jada makes a lifestyle post and I want to be a lifestyle coach one day, right? So she puts out like a life coach post and she's got like 15 likes and like 10 comments, right? And let's say of those 10 comments, only 4 of those comments are 4 words or more. Well, we know the people that are commenting 4 words or more, those are active people. Those are people that are going to comment.
So the little, you know how a lot of people be dropping emojis, like they probably not even have paid attention to the post. Like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. You can do emojis, but
really
you wanna develop a real connection with people. Now, something that you can do, like if it's a lot of emojis, so like when you look at emojis, you want to look like 5 emojis or better. So like 5 emojis or better, and comment off reply to that emoji and say like, I know that's right, or like something simple, you know, or like. Or somebody may make a comment that you agree with. Girl, you so right. I totally agree with you. Then you're going to click on that comment, go to that user profile, and start engaging with their content. And eventually, y'all are going to create a genuine connection. This is what you should be doing in your downtime. If you're a business owner, I highly recommend hiring an assistant to do this throughout the day. You could pay somebody like $5, like an hour. You can find somebody in high school that ain't got nothing else to do, or like
maybe they want to be an
hour.
Intern. You can even intern.
You can even intern people. Absolutely, just to get somebody to teach people how you want to talk, how you want to respond to people. That brings a ton of organic traffic to your page of people that are in the mindset of communicating with you. So you want to do that kind of thing. That is my number one way of creating organic connections, because like, yeah, we can put hashtags on our posts, but it's just like a lot of people are using hashtags wrong. You should like literally be like, it's so much money and connection left on the table in hashtags. People don't even see it.
And I'm about to tell y'all all this that she's preaching right now in her classes. This is what we're learning. We're learning how to properly use hashtags, how to connect with.
Yeah, tell them what your homework is.
Child, when she told me that homework, I said, okay, you got this. So
I took it easy on them the first month.
The first homework,
week, I was just like,
she took it easy the first time. I'm like, this is too easy. This can't, you know, but it was the first homework assignment was to do our welcome page. So in the Mind Your Business season 1, you're going to get the full outline of how you need to set up your business plan, from the welcome page to the table of contents to, like, I'm not going to say too much, but just know it's all there. And she broke it down for us in sections. So first homework assignment was to create our welcome page. That's going to have your business, your company name, the logo, all your contact information, how they can get in contact with you, what days you operate, customer service hours. Like, these are all things you need to make for yourself, even for someone like me who people, I don't know if people view me as a business or not. I really don't care. I'm going to continue to carry myself as a business. Right. So that was the first homework assignment. Then now we have, we just did a master class. She taught us how to use Canva from A to Z, stuff I didn't know you could even do on Canva. And I've already was using Canva, and I still learned so much stuff. So after our Canva master class, we're masters now. So our next homework assignment is, okay, we need to create 4 rows of content before
not
January.
4 pieces, 4 rows.
4 rows.
So that's 12.
That's 12.
12
so
pieces
of content. Basically, before January gets here, I will already have all my content ready to go, ready to post. She showed how we can schedule the post.
Yep.
You can link your Facebook, your LinkedIn.
Yep.
You can link other platforms so that when you schedule
Canva's the GOAT. Canva's
it is the
me,
GOAT.
honestly.
I learned so much on there. So that's our and then to create 3 new business accounts on different platforms. So
yep.
4 successful Saturdays. I'm going to have, I think I chose to do a Facebook page. I'll probably, even though I got off of Snapchat, I definitely want to get back on there. So I probably will get on there with Successful Saturdays. And I have so many ideas already. Have people take over my Snapchat, just so many ideas. And I'm going to do a YouTube, but there's one more I want to pick too, because I feel like YouTube is just totally separate.
And that's
she sent me a
list.
Like, she sent me a whole list. I was like, sis, I don't even know 3 platforms. I'm not that.
I was like, oh, you don't need 3 platforms?
And
that's what the classes are about. That's what the classes are about. Like once you, because the way Jada actually booked it, she booked her 2-hour class, and I was actually running a special to where if you bought 1 class, you got another class for free. So Jada went ahead and did the Mind Your Business course, as well as her one-on-one consultation that she got for the price of 1. And then we then went in and I created a group, because like after you take my class, I guarantee you're going to have a million questions, and you're going to be so fired up, and you're going to get so ready. She said the curls.
I know.
That's Jess. What's up, Jess?
Hey, Jess.
Jess is actually in the class with us too. So Jess is there too. I'm looking at you. Nah, but she's a little bit farther ahead in her business. So I don't, she's all gas. I don't have to keep my foot on her neck as much, because she getting me together.
She teach you a thing or two too.
She do. So. Just don't be playing. So so after you take the class, you typically are like, okay, what are your next steps? And me being the person that I am, I'm naturally gonna want to help you. Like if you shoot me a question, it is so hard for me to like not answer you, because I just know, and no one was there for me. Like when
you're not gonna just answer, you're gonna give us answers plus more. Like if we ask you for one thing, you're sending us 2-3 things so that we have options.
Literally, let's give them the backdrop example. So
I was just about to say,
Jada needed a backdrop. She could not figure out the backdrop. And if you guys know anything right now, the world, the way it's turning, finances are just not what they used to be. Let's just keep it hot.
Yeah, and because I did order a backdrop and it never came, so it's like I gotta make
up,
something.
Jessica.
I had to make something shake. So she taught me a quick do-it-yourself backdrop that I'm in front of right now. I'm not even gonna give y'all too much sauce,
but let's talk about the journey of how you got the instructions. I did. It's up.
Okay, so the TikTok for the DIY backdrop is up, and we got that
in addition to the DIY TikTok, what else did you guys get? Because I definitely started sending, I think one girl that's in the group or was in the group, she wanted to know, how do you put a border around your text? I sent them girls like 5 videos.
She sent us about 5 videos of all showing how to do the borders in Google Docs.
Hey, Jessica.
What did she say?
She says I also moderate other groups.
So yeah, she said that. What else did you say? It's so much.
It's a lot. So I want to make sure that you guys have everything, because I know that I'm not the expert on every single topic.
Someone said they can't wait to take their class. Girl, you better use the code in the comment. You got until Christmas Day to get 50% off. Use my code.
She says what TikTok profile I'm having the moment. So my name is the same across all my platforms. That's another thing. You want to make sure that your platform is the same on all handles. So you don't have to be like, it's this on Snapchat, but it's this on this. Nah, same thing. So _humbled_honey_ it's on all platforms. It's the same. But I want
someone was mind blown. They said they saw it already.
Oh yeah. Thanks. So I want to make sure that you have what you need to be successful, because everything is already inside of you.
What time is it? I'm sorry, my phone is broken at the top.
It's 3:48.
Okay, we gotta start wrapping it up.
She was like, we gotta start. wrapping it up.
Because I've been going
yes.
I've been going like 40 minutes, you know, and that was one thing you taught me, that you said that my time, because she went through and audited all my successful Saturdays. Like, I was good on my time, like, you know, so but ever since you said I was good on my time, I've been going over.
Right, you're good on your time, goes over. Okay, so let's give them, what's your last question on the overview page? Let's jump to that one.
So the last one is, what does success mean to you?
Okay, so success means to me doing the necessary stuff in order to get yourself out of a situation. So it's going to look different at every phase in your life. You know, for some of us, success is baby, family, pension plan, you know.
Right.
Success for me is finishing my damn to-do list. So
and
just
that's
making
another
sure
thing, she holds us accountable with the to-do list. We were doing it daily, but now we're going to do it weekly.
We're going to do it weekly because I just feel like daily is like, that's too close. You need to have a little bit further vision.
It'll help me.
Like,
yeah.
Because especially with some of us being moms in the group and just some of us having like crazy work hours and still having our 9 to 5s, I just feel like not every day you're going to feel like pouring into your business, and that's okay. But you got to make sure, like, okay, if I'm not being successful towards my business, if I'm not pouring that measure of success I have to myself in this area, you have to come back and make sure that your mental is okay. You have to make sure that you're doing those check-ins with yourself. Like, okay, like, and I feel like also too, the mental like jump session you have on yourself, like you start to really beat yourself up when you can't finish that daily to-do list. So I was just like, you know what? Like, today may have not been my day, and I don't want to just look at this to-do list and be like, I'm such a failure. Like, I want to do it on a weekly basis. So it's just like, okay, I know that every day I need to be getting these things done. So I think it's a little bit better of a measure. But yes.
I was going to ask the viewers if they had any questions right now.
Yes, do y'all have any questions?
I have one more question for you, and everyone else can kind of think about if y'all have any questions for Kris. But what advice would you give to someone who wants to do the same thing that you're doing as far as business auditing and helping small business develop?
Yeah, absolutely. So if you're someone that wants to get into small business developing, one, you definitely have to walk the walk. So you want to start making sure that your business is minded. You want to mind your business first, and then from there you definitely have to give something of value. So, you know, I've seen people literally replicate stuff over and over. Like, it's a million Canva classes, it's a million this, but you really got to find like, okay, what can I not only give to this person, but learn from this person too. Because whether you guys realize it or not, I'm constantly learning from you guys. You guys are actually auditing me. So in my dealings with people, I'm able to strengthen my interpersonal communications. So like on your 9 to 5, on your venture, on your walk, on your journey to entrepreneurship and financial freedom, you want to make sure that you're, you know, not only giving, but you want to make sure you replenish yourself as well. So it's like, okay, I give away all this free game. What did I learn? Okay, I learned how to deal with people. Okay, I learned how to be a little bit better with my time management. So definitely watch your time management and make sure that you're giving, because if you're a giver, unfortunately, takers are always taken. So yeah.
So how are you feeling as far as, you know, you're getting new clientele? How are you going to keep up with us?
So I'm going to answer your question. I also see a question here too that says, what do you mean by mind your business? So I actually dropped a class. My intro to business class is called Mind Your Business Season 1. So it's an overview class of like, what does a business plan look like? What are some of the things that should go in a business plan?
Yes.
How do I allocate time to complete this business plan? Where do I write all this stuff down? And where can I get some resources that if I had an overdrafted account like mine, I can start to produce and things like that. So in your Mind Your Business course, I audit your, in the Mind Your Business course, I strictly go over like, what is business? What is your business? What does it look like? And how are you literally mining? So instead of like staying in your lane, think of it as like maintaining. So like, how do you maintain and elevate your own business?
Yes.
So I don't recommend staying. I mean, yes, stay in your own lane until you've mastered it, and then you can move on. So I don't want to say like, I'm going to start, I don't know, I'm going to start a catering business. I haven't mastered everything yet with the businesses that I have, so I wouldn't really move on. So not necessarily like mind your business, like stay out of mind, but like really like mind your business.
Yeah,
like,
I think
level yourself
perfect.
up.
Like, because when I took the class, I'm like, I should have been doing this stuff for my business. So it was really nice. Like, even if you, like, I think I'm pretty business minded. I went to school for
I think you are.
as well.
I would agree.
But there's always something that we can do more. There's always another perspective. Like, it's good. I like when you go back and you look and you say, hey, just do this, tweak this, put it back, drop up, sis, look official. Just little stuff like that that'll really take your business to the next level.
Little
really
things.
Put those things into
little
action.
things. Little things. And they'll tell you, like, it's little, small, tedious stuff. Like, it's not, I'm not saying, like, go write your projections right now. We'll get to that. But the little stuff that we do is I meet you where you're at. And that's a beautiful part about the group. That's a beautiful part about the class is that you really, it's on your time and we go at your pace. So, like, if you're like me and you have a 5-figure business and you're ready to make it 6, let's go. Like, I can help you with that. Right. If you don't even know what you want to do or have your LLC or anything registered and you don't even know, like, what is an LLC? I'm just DMing people, sis, I don't know what you're talking about. We can go there too. So it just, I'm able to, that's one of the gifts that God has given me is my ability to really be like a chameleon. Yes. So like if your business is making hundreds of dollars annually, let's make it thousands. If your business is making thousands, let's go up. Let's tens of thousands. So yes. And then one more time, what was your question?
Mine? Did I ask for it?
Yeah, you said something. You had one more. But you're like,
I was gonna say, you know, as you gain clientele, I was gonna say how you're gonna keep up with us, sis.
So, actually the group is going to be capped off at 10 people. So in order to make sure that you guys are getting the best right now, there are a few more spots open, but I'm only going to allow it to get to 10 people max because I just don't want to spread myself thin. I'm in a group right now and thank God I'm very self-taught. Like anything I do, like if I want to know something, like I'm not going to wait on somebody to tell me. Right. But, you know, I'm in a business group that has almost 100 people. Mm-hmm. I just personally feel like that's a lot. Like I cannot handle trying to elevate 100 businesses. I cannot. It's a no for me, sis. So with that, I want to make sure that I'm giving quality interactions with people. Yes. And just by making sure like people that I'm currently working with share their story. I'm also going to record my story and put it up somewhere so that you guys can know because I'm getting tired of telling this story. YouTube. Oh, yes. So I definitely will be starting some YouTube and things like that. So I'll keep people engaged. And I just think keeping that transparency about where I'm at will allow me to connect with people and to constantly being able to flow in and out of people's lives. Because the goal is for Jada to run off and do her own thing and start her own little business course. Like, I don't want you to forever, you know, be on me. I will always be here if you need me as a tool to utilize, but I'm a point of reference. I want you to supersede having to take my class. Like I don't want to lead you through your whole journey. Like that's in between you and God. So. Right.
But you definitely gonna take me there. I'm super excited.
We going.
I appreciate everything that you do. I'm glad to be rocking with you for so long. I'm excited to see where the future holds from us. You might see Kris come. I might fly her out here to beat my face. Honestly, I want some Boxx beauty.
We gonna work something out because there's so many people in Houston. Houston, what's good? So Texas, top notch. I gotta get it back out there. I got family out there, but we gonna make something shape.
Yeah, definitely. And this will be posted on my IGTV. You can also watch her previous interview from the very beginning of Boxx Beauty on my IGTV. And I think that's all I have.
That's all. Just make sure you guys book the class now. This coupon code will only be active until Christmas Day. So I love y'all, but it's limited. So
go ahead and screenshot this. I'm gonna put IGT. Shout out to everybody who joined today. Seriously, follow me. I see a lot of new faces. I would love to connect with you all. If you want to come on here to talk about your business. I'm doing my bookings.
We're going to set it up. We're going to set it up.
Now, that's another thing. One of my homework assignments was to get my bookings done for January. I had to get a certain amount of number, have my backups.
That was in your first homework.
Yeah, that was my
before
first.
You audited anything. You should be on February now.
This was before I even got the subscription group. So I'm pretty much booking now for February.
We love to see it.
2021, it's lit. I'm super excited. And I got homework to do. I got content to create. So y'all have a successful Saturday, and we'll see you.
Yes, have a successful Saturday, and we will see you guys later.
I'll see you in the chat, Kris.
Bye.
Bye.